Hello and welcome to Capsule Closet Stylist. My name's Michelle. I've been a personal stylist for 23 years now, dressing everyone from Katy Perry to Jim Broadbent to Jerry Springer to Emma Thompson. Yeah, really a broad spectrum. Now I work with private clients at capsuleclosetstylist.com and through Capsule Closet Success, which is my membership. It's amazing. I work with lots of amazing women. So stay tuned to get lots of tips on how you can create the perfect wardrobe, even if right now you've got a wardrobe full of clothes, but nothing to wear. Let's dive in. Hello and welcome to this week's episode. So today I wanted to talk to you about something that's really common in when clients come to me, and that is a wardrobe that's no longer working for you post having a baby. It happens to the best of us. I'm just going to take a drink. So most of us will spend our 20s, teens, 20s, maybe even 30s, feeling quite confident in, what we wear. We know what we wear on a night out. We know what we wear when we go and meet friends. We know what we wear to work. And then you have children. And at some point post having children, you pull your head above the parapet, and it's almost like you've been drowning, but you don't realise you've been drowning. And you suddenly wake up and you sort of go, what happened? And nothing quite feels right anymore. So you tend to do the same thing over and over again and go for what feels comfortable. So you go for these items that feel comfortable, but they don't make you feel good. They're just like, it's because you don't have the time or the inclination or the energy to actually think too much about it. But at the same time, the whole thought of your wardrobe and how you look really makes you feel down. So how do you get out of that? Well, I'm not going to say you have to start again, but if your body type has changed or your body's changed significantly and most of the things that work in your wardrobe aren't fitting you anymore, and you've been working towards trying to lose that weight and they're still not fitting you, then it's time to have a rethink. Now, it can mean that you gradually, this is what I would advise, you gradually replace things over time. But what I would definitely do is learn what colours suit you and what styles suit your body shape now. Now, one thing I will say to you that might surprise you, even if you have got a little bit of a tummy now since having children, that a lot of people that come to me are the same body shape they were before they had children. Quite a lot of them are. Now, there is occasions where that's not the case and people change quite significantly. But it doesn't mean to say that if you've put on a little layer since having children, that, it's the be all and end all, because it really isn't. I promise you. Some of the most beautiful women in the world are what are deemed as being kind of plus size models. And it's just crazy that there's this perception of what a woman's body should be. And actually, 100% of the women that I work with are all beautiful in their own way. And you will be exactly the same. So what I would advise you to do to start off with is maybe have a little listen to my last 2 episodes, if you haven't already, about colour and about style, and how colour and style can really be the basis of building a wardrobe from scratch. So if you've just had children and everything's changed for you, it is like building it from scratch, unfortunately. But once you get there, you will feel amazing. I'm thinking right now of a client I will call Claire, who came to me a couple of years ago, and she had 2 small children, and one was, I think, about a year old and one was about 3. And she very much looked after herself. She got to the point where she'd come out the other side, in the sense that she was now getting her nails done again and getting her hair done and all this. But she just felt frumpy because her body wasn't what it used to be. She felt unattractive. And she just lost her way. And she wanted an easy, workable wardrobe to use for work. She was going back to work quite soon as well. And so she wanted an easy, workable wardrobe that would mix and match easily, that she could feel confident and happy in again. So we started working together. She joined Capsule Closet Success, and which is like my little membership community. And first we did a colour analysis and a body type style guide on her. And if you listen to my last 2 episodes, I talk about that in quite a lot of detail and why it works if you get it done right. And we identified what colours work for her, and we identified what styles work for her body shape. Now, I know sometimes people get a bit upset about this when I say that, why do I care about what body shape I am? That's absolutely fine. If you don't care about that and it doesn't bother you, then you absolutely go and wear whatever you want. But if you do feel like you have lost your way, identifying what styles will work best for your body shape, or identify what styles will enhance your body shape, can be a really good place to go to get you back to finding that happy place. So I worked with Claire over a couple of months, and when we started, she had a real wardrobe of mismatched kind of items. There was a lot of things in there that she used to wear a lot when she was younger, but she didn't feel right anymore. Because that's the other thing when you have kids, it's not just about your body shape changes, but your kind of attitude to everything changes. So what it's about, it's not about you losing your identity. I want you to keep your identity. It's just about updating it to the situation you're in now. So you can still be that same person you were before, but it's a case of just updating it for now. So it could mean just literally adding some new styles in, maybe buying a slightly bigger size, whatever it is that means that you get to that place. So we worked with Claire. I gave her what colours worked for her and her colour palette. I identified her body shape, which hadn't changed, funnily enough, since before she'd had children. She was just a little bit bigger, but she was the same body shape. And gradually we chose 8 colours, which I call 4 canvas colours and 4 paint colours from her palette. And she used those as the basis to start building her capsule wardrobe with. So then over a couple of months in Capsule Closet Success, each week you can ask me a question. So you submit a question 48 hours before. On the live event, I answer that question. If there's any details I need to send you, I put them in your portal in the website, so that you've got access to that as well. So gradually she would send me, I'm thinking about this top or this dress, or I'm thinking about this pair of trousers. Are they the right cut for me? I'm not sure about them over the hip. Or she'd buy a collection of clothes and try them on and send me photos of them. And we'd work out gradually what was best for her and what wasn't. And eventually she did exactly what I wanted her to do. And that was, she went off happy. She said to me, I remember the day she sent me the email, she was like, thank you so much. This has been absolutely invaluable. I have learned exactly what works for me now. And I feel confident now to go out into the shops. And whenever I see something I like, I can look at it and I can identify whether it's going to work for me or not. And that's exactly where I want people to be. And that's exactly where I want you to be. So this is why I'm saying the best way to get to that point is to actually look at colours and styles of where you're at now. It's not about putting you into categories. It's not about putting you into boxes or going, right, you should go for this type of style, or you should go for this type of colour. Because with a colour palette, there's lots of different colours that I offer up. But we'll work, like when I work with clients, we work one-on-one together, or we work in Capsule Closet Success where they can ask me questions one-on-one. And we gradually get to the point of where they want to be. So I identify where they want to be, and we gradually go through the process so that they can kind of go off in their merry way. And I almost see it like graduating. So if that's you and you are in that place right now, do not despair. Okay, that's the first thing that I can say to you. Do not despair. This time will pass as well. And believe me, those children will grow up quicker than you think. I've been a single parent for nearly 18 years. My daughter is 18 in January, and she will be going off to university. So my life's going to turn upside down then. I'm not going to know what to do with myself. But what I'm trying to say is I remember very well that time after you've had kids and how you kind of sort of wake up after, it's like, oh, what happened, you know. So you can, you know, if you are looking at friends of yours or you're looking at other people and you're thinking, how are they all together and I'm not, just be kind to yourself, please, for a start. Be kind to yourself. You've just gone and created a human being. You've just made a human being. Give you, you know, if you're listening to this now and this is you, give yourself a little tap on the back, please, from me, because you've just created a human being. So that's one of the most amazing things that you could have done. So that's the place where I want you to start off with. Next, I want you to know that you can still look fantastic and feel fantastic, and you will find your way back. I promise you. You will make your way back to your happy place again. It is possible. And it's not as well, and I would say this, I'd say 99.9% of clients that come to me, and this is absolutely fact, and it's unfortunate that it's fact, but it is, 99% of clients that come to me have disproportionate ideas of how big they've got or how much weight they have actually put on, how different they look. So what I mean by that is they think it's a lot worse than what it actually is. And they think it's almost like it's a lost cause. And I think that's the thing, is people start off where certain clothes work for them. And I think pre-kids, it's not just about the fact that your body shape might have changed, so therefore those clothes that you used to wear don't quite work for you anymore. It's also that your maybe social circles changed a bit, what you do has changed, you know, what you need on a daily basis. You know, if you've got baby sick down the front of you, you don't want to wear your best silk dress, you know, so you kind of not only lose your body shape a bit, that to me is only one element of it. It's also about you losing your identity a bit. You suddenly become, you know, when you think about it, you walk down the street, and I bet you've noticed this, I can remember this distinctively. You walk down the street pushing a pushchair and people look down at the baby, they don't even really look at you. You become part of this pushchair child thing. You know, you being a separate human being is kind of lost. So if that feels like you, I really want you to be kind to yourself, and I want to tell you right now it is possible for you to come out the other end. And when you are ready, if and when you are ready, and you feel like you need help, book a free consultation with me. If you're listening to this now and this is you, believe me, I like Claire, and many since. I've got them literally, as I'm talking to you now, I'm picturing all these women. I spoke to one this morning, actually, interestingly. I spoke to one in the States this morning, who was exactly in that position. She was a beautiful woman in beautiful colours, and she felt frumpy, and it makes me so sad. Makes me so sad. So if that is you, book a free consultation with me. I'd love to talk to you face to face. I'd love to be able to help you find your happy place again. It's one of my most important, it's the reason why I do this. You know, I don't do it because, you know, it's all glamorous with clothes and everything else. I do it because I want to be able to show people how to be able to go out and buy something they know will work for them. I built Capsule Closet Stylist initially because I knew that when I go into a shop, it's like having a radar. I'll go, right, that, I know that will work for me. And that is what I try and enable other people to do. And the way in which I do that is to teach them what colours and what styles will work for them. But part of that, and a big part of that as well, is a little fun bit that I'll get you to do first before we go into colour and all that. It's particularly if you join Capsule Closet Success. What I'll get you to do is a little fun bit first, where I'll get you to help, I'll get you to try and find get back your identity of you, who you are. So forget what the people at the nursery gate tell you should be wearing, or your husband or anyone else. You need to think about you or your wife or you know, whatever it is. Wherever you're at, you need to think about you and get your identity back, because nobody is any use to anybody if we feel rubbish about ourselves. So I really would encourage you, if you are in that position and you're feeling really low and you're feeling really lonely and you're feeling really like you've lost your identity and frumpy and all that, get in touch with me. Book a free consultation and I'll tell you about how I can help you. Okay. So I hope you found that helpful. A bit of a heavy one this week, but it's a really, really important one. I'm so for people feeling good in their own skin. So thanks for joining me today. I hope the sun is shining wherever you are. And if the sun isn't shining and you can't see your way out, book a consultation with me. You can do that. I think the link is in the bio. I'll put it in the chat notes for this as well. And or you can head over to capsuleclosetstylist.com. In the top right corner, you'll see a little box and it'll say book a free consultation there. Okay, thanks for listening, and I'll see you next week. Take care. Bye.